guys, my name's Maddie. I've decided to start vlogging my bus renovation project. I'm by no means a YouTuber or vlogger or any of that. I'm using my phone right now, so my video and my audio is probably not going to be very good. And I'm at school in an apartment, so there's also probably going to be lots of other noises happening around me, so I apologize for all of that. But I wanted to start a vlog because it seems like everywhere I go, or almost everywhere I go, and I see somebody that I know, they're always asking, how's the bus project going? What's new? You know, how far on it are you? And stuff like that. So I thought it would be a good thing if I started a vlog on my bus renovation project, just to kind of keep all my friends and family in the loop and updated about it. And there is a schoolie community. So when you renovate a bus when you convert a bus, I should say, when you convert a bus from like a school bus into a house, they call them schoolies. So there's a whole schoolie community out there that other people have posted videos through, and I have learned a lot from those videos. So I'm hoping that maybe somebody else who's going to do one of these projects can learn a little bit from my videos as well. So as I said, I'm not a vlogger, so I wrote down some notes on some things that I wanted to include in my first video here, so I apologize if this isn't as nice and flowy as I would like it to be, but that's okay. It's going to be a learning progress, and it'll be good to look back at and see how rough this one is compared to, 6 months down the road, and how good those videos are. Hopefully they get good. But just a little bit about how I got started with this project. So I had been seeing a lot of schoolies on like Pinterest and Facebook and stuff, and I always thought it would be a good project to do, or a fun project to do. So one day Dad and I were sitting on the couch watching TV, and I told Dad, I was like, I want to do a bus renovation project. He was like, you want to do what? And I told him a little bit about it, explained a little bit more. He was like, oh, okay, didn't seem that interested in it, so I didn't really expect anything to come of it. But then after that, it was kind of every bus that I saw, I'd pointed out to Dad, like, look at that one, how about that one? And most of them were just rusty and like not gonna happen, but it was still fun to kind of joke about it a little bit with him. And then one day my mom and I went to lunch with my dad in Sycamore, and I had actually saw a bus on my way there that was kind of halfway decent, so I mentioned it to him. I was like, hey, we should go look at that bus back there. He was like, no, you don't want that one. I found you one. I was like, what? You found a bus? So after lunch, we went to Danner's in Sycamore. It's a junkyard. So of course, at first I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a junkyard bus. Like, how bad is this gonna be? But it's really good. It's an awesome bus. It was actually a prison bus. So in the videos that I'll pop up and pictures I'll pop in here later, you'll be able to see it. But it's actually a prison bus. So it was used at in the Mansfield prison, Mansfield, Ohio, to take their prisoners from the prison to the farm that the prisoners worked on. So that was about in early May that we looked at it at first. And then a couple days later, we went back and we bought the bus. So we've had the bus from early May, and now it's early September. So we've had the bus for like 4 months. The progress is good. My goal within these videos is to hopefully post one every week. I am at school during the weeks, but I go home on the weekends to get some bus stuff done and spend family time. So hopefully every week I'll be able to post a video on what we did over the weekend. But that's my goal for this. And here are some pictures and videos of where we started with it and up to where we are now. And here is the Brown Beauty. So that open cubby door on the bottom of the bus there, you can see that it has some underbelly storage from the front wheel to the back wheel. That's all storage under there. Here you can see that the bus has 3 partitions in it. Their gates hold the prisoners in. And then the co-pilot seats and the first partition with the first set of prisoner bus seats. And here is the second partition area. It already had some seats removed when we bought it, so that was nice. and then the back, the very last section of seats. And that black boxes you see back there, that's where the engine is. It actually had doors on it that closed, so it was a little creepy at first. Here we've removed some seats, and now all of the seats are removed, and along with 2 of the 3 partitions. Here's a little bit better view of where the engine is, the doghouse, and the old caulk. So it was cracking and pretty hard, so it needed to be replaced. So we removed the caulk with a wire wheel and a handy dandy little decaulking device that my dad made up for us. Here I am washing the roof of the bus before we repaint it, and it was pretty dirty. I don't know that I got much dirt off, but putting a fresh coat of paint on it made that roof look real nice. Here's the inside of the bus. It had heaters in it, but we removed those and removed all the wiring down the one side, but the other side of the wiring needed to stay. We actually had to put some wires back together there. We actually had to splice about 30 wires back together. So here's my section of wiring that I had to sort through and figure out what went back in. Here's Noah driving the bus. And here's the roof after we painted and caulked it. It ends up looking really nice. We used Henry caulk for the roof. Here's the inside on that doghouse. The top of the doghouse, we kind of just panned that in. These are the panels we used for the ceiling of the bus, actually. Here's the bus right before we started putting some more ceiling in there. And the back area there with the 3 holes in it is going to be a closet on the bed, beside the bed. Just another picture of the process of insulating and getting the bed area done. There's some pictures of the ceiling and how we had to make some slices in the paneling to get it to fold.